Would you like to see the show moving ahead? If you could kind of look forward to seasons coming, what would you like to see happen for each of your characters and for the show overall?
Well, do you have any specifics, anybody? Because I know we took, I can tell you a little bit about season 4. I have very specific plans. No, listen, season 4 we made a little more dramatic, I'll call it. It's a terrible word. The writers hate when I say I want more drama. They say, that's what we do, Jay. We give you drama, but we made it a little more dramatic. Somebody said, take everything you know about Lost Girl, turn it upside down. We delve into the characters' backstories more in season 4. We tell people where they all come from because we found that the fans wanted to learn more about everybody. And so it's a lot more, a little darker, a little tougher season 4. I have specific plans for future seasons that have certain political messages that I think are really important. Because if you've noticed that Beau's character doesn't like being sort of branded, named, told what to do, I think that's going to be very important, that you shouldn't be judged by your beliefs, you shouldn't be judged by your looks, you should be judged by who you are inside, and that's going to be a big part of the future seasons.
Is there anything that the network has said to you, you can't do that on TV, just don't show that?
Everything. I feel like you're always like, the network said I couldn't do this, but I did.
That's why I love him.
I feel like I've had
I got some
conversations about that.
Yeah, we've had, we're very lucky. This show is an unusual show in that, oh God, I'm going to sound really bad. I have real control.
As you should.
As I do. I mean, when this started the show, everybody thought I was out of my mind, so I couldn't find partners, and the Canadian network really was involved early, but the way the show got bought was unusual because the head of the network said, I really don't get this genre much, and I had to say, trust me. And she'll tell you, the head of the network said, everywhere I go, Jay said, trust me, and I went, I don't get this stuff. It's not something I totally understand, so I sort of said, okay. And the network's involved very regularly, but the only thing they do is they've cut some of the nudity down, and they've jumped on me a couple of times for suggestive positions during sex scenes. I got an instruction once, take 10 seconds out of the sex scene. And that was a note from the network. I took out 2 seconds and I went and said, done, because they thought there was a certain, let's see, how do I say this? There was a certain position they didn't like.
Oh my gosh.
And I left it in. And I got instructions a couple times not to do those positions. Now, that's the closest I ever got.
We're all trying to...
I don't want to say it here officially, but there were a few criticisms about the certain sex scenes, but that's the only thing we've ever done.
It's interesting it's the sex and not the violence.
No, that's because in North America, sex is the illicit thing.
Yeah. Europe, it's totally different. Europe, they're quite happy with lots of sex, less violence. I mean, and even the violence, we got a little crazier with the violence this year because I think we've been tiptoeing around it. And as Beau goes against bigger foes, it had to get a little stronger. So I have this great stunt team that has done major films, and we had them reach a few times. So we've broken a few things. We've broken a few sets this year, so I think so.
Well, I was going to ask Rachel about that because the show, I didn't expect the showdown between you and Beau in the last episode of season 3, and it was like there was some real sort of sets being crashed and stuff. And I've watched so much action stuff over the years. I'm not bad at spotting stunt people, and I was watching the shots, going, "Oh my god, that's you!"
I know, it was so fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to. We met up with the stunt people, Anna and I, and sort of choreograph the whole scene because you have to be able to do all the movements so that they can film that. And anytime, they sort of see your face, put you in, and then put the stunt girl in. But then when it came down to the day and we were rehearsing it, I said to Plato, one of our stunt guys, I'd really like to do this. And so they let me do a bunch of it. And I think there's one where Anna throws me against the wall. And Anna and I have this whole thing where we're actually friends in real life, and we hang out, and we really like each other, but we have to hate each other in the show. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna put you against the wall, I'm so sorry for doing this. I'm like, just do it. And she's like, bam, and then the wall breaks, and I was so excited with how it turned out. But yeah, it was vicious.
I remember we improvised one scene. Her hair was down during the fight, and it was all loose. So everybody came to me and said, oh my god, the last scene her hair was up, now it's down. What are we going to do? And there's this big debate about your hair being down. So I had them throw you over that table.
Yeah. Jay's like, well, we'll just just throw it over the table, then your hair will come down. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's
That was
great.
on the day,
I was
on the
thinking
day.
just take it out, but
Yeah, on the day, unrehearsed, because they
they
said, we'll just take it out. I said, no, it has to happen for a reason. So there was this table with all this stuff on there. And I walked over and I said, throw it over this table.
I know.
And knock everything off. And it was the
How to
last
solve
minute I
problems
thought,
in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it over there.
Later when I take my hair out, I'm just gonna throw myself.
So it was a cute add-on in the
That's
scene.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a fantastic scene. I wondered what for Ksenia and Ksenia and Emmanuelle, what your favourite bits of the shows that we've seen so far?
Oh gosh. Well, for me, I guess, I mean, in my scenes that I've shot, the dancing stuff was a lot of fun. That was sort of my equivalent. I don't really get to do stunt stuff in the show so much. I just kind of melt people. But
You wouldn't want to break a nail,
That's
God
right.
forbid.
I don't exert myself
Yes,
that way.
yes.
But
Don't
but
break a sweat.
the dancing was fun. God, I guess that would have to be my favorite of the scenes that I've had to shoot. Ksenia?
I have a lot of favorites, but I would have to say I'm really excited about season 4. I got to do a lot of things that were unexpected. And I love when we get to kind of bring our own talents from life into the show. Like I've gotten to play the drums.
Every time she says something, I write it in.
And in season 4, I get to do some cool stuff, and I also love doing fight stuff. I'm always telling him, like, from day one, like, more. So in season 3, when I got to do the magic staff and fight with the pigs, that was grueling and intense, but I loved every minute of it. And it was cool to see it with the effects, because, you know, on the day, you just have a little stick, and you're like, okay, well, hopefully this will look cool. And then once the effects and stuff are added on, it was fun to see, yeah.
And look for her in season 4, because she told me she wanted to do something about a year ago or something. I think you just said it. And I said, okay, we'll put it in. And it's in season 4, and it's perfect. It's amazing. You're going to love what she does in season 4.
Is that all it takes? We just have to mention something?
Yeah, I kind of, seriously, if you
Okay.
say, I want to do something, I'll write
Horses?
in. Okay, I
I
can do
think the
that.
Morgan should ride a horse at some point, right?
Completely
Done.
definitely.
In like the
Done.
like
Look
yeah.
for season
Yep.
5.
Yeah, season
No,
5.
but you know, can I
And then
see?
you
I
have
can
a
see you
little
in.
dog.
No, but can I give you a little riding crop and all this stuff and the nice blue jacket and the
See,
tan pants? I know
Yeah,
exactly how
no,
to
like,
right now.
can I keep the wardrobe?
Oh, that discussion again?
You're going to want to keep it.
She
aren't
asks me
you?
for her heels every now and then. No, I know how to dress you. I know everything. I actually know the scene right now, and I know what you're going to do with the riding
It's
crop.
so perfect.
There needs to be a
Yeah.
pony, though.
I can do it right now. I can do it right now.
Pony.
Come on, you with a riding crop? I can see it right
I
now.
have the outfit at home because I can just bring it with. That sounds
Right.
wrong.
It's those
That didn't
tan
come
gabardine pants, right? I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like.
Given you mentioned season 5, you were talking about the political ideas coming in, which I'm looking forward to, because for me, I think it's quite important that entertainment does something as well as entertain. I think that's one of the great things about television. It's kind of, especially in Britain with the BBC, there's a big history of that is part of the point of television. It can do more than just entertain, it can do
Oh,
too
yeah.
much. Have you got a plan through to the end of the series? Do you have an end point in mind?
Yeah, I have.
Jay's always got a plan.
I've had a plan. Well, actually, a lot of stuff we've adapted, to be honest. I mean, we've been sort of rewriting the show as we go. I adapt a lot to what's there, but I have a political message, and I have an overall story arc for the whole season and for everybody's character right now. So, no, I have something in mind. But I do make a point, and if you've seen, we really give important messages in the show on a regular basis about empowering yourself. We had, I think Anna and Zoe had a girl come up to her once at a convention and say, I came out to my parents because of your show. It gave me the strength, and I had my parents watch your show so they understood what it meant to be able to freely choose what you want to do with your life, sort of thing. So,
Literally giving me goosebumps.
yeah. So, but we give big messages. I mean, we've done a lot with Ksenia's backstory about her family, and you'll see more of that coming. We still have to play with your backstory, but we've had some big decisions that Tamsin's character had to make. Based, you've been a bit, just fun, So.
We've had a little bit of backstory
Yeah, a
this year.
little bit. Yeah, this year we have some complications to Morgan's life that will show up. Her little devious life, sort of thing. But we made a point in season 4 of giving backstories because, and in the backstories you're going to see that everybody has very complicated stories, and that the characters you're seeing are a mix of some very bad experiences and some good experiences, which is what everybody's made up of, right?
Rumor is that Vex is back this year. What can you tell us?
Vex doesn't go away. I don't think. Again, that was another character. Vex was supposed to be in 2 episodes in season 1. He was supposed to die in the second one, but I loved what he did.
You can't kill Paul Amos.
Yeah,
He's
I loved. He makes up his own stuff. So we brought him back. So I think. Have we said he's back? I guess we said he's back.
If not, exclusive.
But you can't kill Vex. I mean, Vex is just too cool. So he's around, and we are actually going to learn more about him this year too. So we get his backstory.
There are lots of theories on the internet that Kenzie and Vex are going to get together this season.
It's so funny because I just recently heard that during an interview, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's crazy."
But
hell, who knows?
The
Season 4.
Lines, right?
It's a mascara. I didn't know mascara led to like 2 people get. That's what it is. Now I know. God, maybe I'd get more dates.
That's what we've been doing.
It was so obvious.
Yeah, no.
I can't see Vex as a relationship.
No, I think they have like a special bond. I mean, they've been through hell and high water together, and it was nice when he moved in with Kenzie and Bo. And I love having scenes of him, and I love Paul. But we'll see. Season 4, everything kind of gets flipped over on its head. But I don't know about a Kenzie Vex future. I think I have.
You guys
shoot
don't have
that
access to
rumor
the
down.
webisodes yet, do you?
No.
They're only in Canada because there's a rights issue as to who can broadcast them. So that gives you a bit of hints as to what's coming. So those should be on the air soon, as soon as we figure out the rights issue.
Cool. Oh, so actually, speaking of rights in
Can we
Canada.
just make this the last one as well, please?
Oh, okay. One of the things I've always loved for 20 years now is Canadian music, rock music, pop music. And Canadian television's always been great at bringing that to the forefront. I was just wondering, do you ever write with music in mind for certain scenes, or always use it all down to the music supervisor? Because there's been some really good bands turning up in the show over the
I've
last
written some things with music in mind, but I try to avoid it really because I trust my music guys. They're great.
Yeah.
They're really, really good.
I'm always like, what song? What's in that episode? It's so good. Tell me.
No, I mean,
There's
I've
The
had-
Wanderer. That's on.
well, you haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen the promos. We took, the song "The Wanderer."
Yeah.
Have you heard our female version yet?
No.
Oh gosh, you're gonna love this.
Love it.